All right, let's talk some soccer. There's been a story going on during the Club World Cup that some of the teams are complaining it's too hot to train and it's affecting their players. And it's interesting because this is kind of a preview of what will be expected next year at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So let's see what the coach of Chelsea had to say about this. Yeah, I mean, the thing that look, I live in the States and it gets hot. It's hot during the day, and I know on the East Coast with the humidity, it's even worse. Thankfully out here in Southern California, we don't have to deal with the humidity, but it still gets hot. Here's the only thing is they had a World Cup here in '94, and I don't remember, maybe back in the 90s, it wasn't a big deal to care about if there was heat exhaustion. I know they've introduced cooling breaks now, but the MLS plays all through the summer and they seem to handle it just fine. So when coaches are coming out and saying, I can't train because this environmental factors and stuff, well, everyone is dealing with the environmental factors. Yes, two things can be true: is it's so hot that you don't feel like you can train, but the other teams are also dealing with the same heat that you're dealing with. So I respect that you think this is too hot, but suck it up and play. I don't want to, because when I start to hear coaches come out and say stuff like this, it's like, okay, well, when we lose, right? It's because we couldn't really train because it was too hot, and it's FIFA's fault for hosting this tournament in America in the summer. But it just seems like people are laying the groundwork for excuses. I think the reason why he's come out and said this is because let's look at it. I think Chelsea lost, right? Yeah. So Flamenco beat Chelsea. Um, how funny that after they take a L to Flamenco, who doesn't seem to be affected by the heat, um, now all of a sudden there's an issue with the heat. I don't buy it. I don't respect it. I don't like it. Either either you're gonna play and accept that everyone has to deal with the same exact stuff, or don't. But don't not mention it before the game, and then when you lose, start to complain about the weather. What do you guys think? Do you think the weather is a factor in this tournament, or do you think this is just a coach who's salty that he lost? He lost his game against Flamenco, and if he doesn't, well, he'll get a result against Tunisia. But is it valid, or is he just salty that he lost? I don't know. You guys tell me. All right. Talk to you soon.